Sometimes you just get talking about something, like what people we think are fatality-worthy in Mortal Kombat X, and before you realize it, you're making a GT countdown. We don't expect your fighting game fantasies to line up with ours. These are personal picks of who we think would be the most appropriate additions to the MK roster, which has welcomed many strange guest stars over the years. It takes a certain kind of fame and willingness to get one's hands covered in blood to line up with this crew of savage combatants. The brutality of the Queen of Blades has been felt across the galaxy since her assimilation via the Zerg in StarCraft's first chapter. Reborn with the grotesque form and telepathic sway over the Zerg, Sarah Kerrigan's fate has given her the perfect arsenal to compete and even dominate in the gauntlet of Mortal Kombat. Fatalities and X-rays are fun to imagine with the many limbs and blades at her disposal. Kerrigan's burrowing ability could make for some fun as well, summoning fellow Zerg to trip up opponents or drag them deep into the ground. Beneath her beautiful looks and playful banter, Buffy Summers is a merciless, systematic killer. She began her vampire hunting career while in high school and has since slaughtered hundreds of demonic creatures. Her iconic stake would make a great combat variation, and we'd love to see her and Spike join forces tag team style. The fatality could involve the entire Scooby Gang joining the festivities as they taunt and rip their victim apart. We pity anyone who threatens Buffy's family or friends. In some weird way, The Rock already feels like a Mortal Kombat character. He has the swagger, the one-liners, and the look of a guy who could and would rip out someone's spine. Just like many of the best MK fighters, he's both threatening and ridiculous. When The Rock takes the stage, he soaks up all the attention in the room. Mortal Kombat would allow his persona to transcend the PG-13 nature of wrestling. He could say, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" while actually burning someone alive. Wielding his massive 7-foot greatsword Dragon Slayer that's described as a table-sized slab of iron, Guts would tear through the flesh of his enemies with ease. His left arm is prosthetic, which folds back to expose a hidden cannon, as well as a repeating crossbow that can be mounted on his arm. Guts also carries throwing knives, miniature bombs, and a dagger that would open up unique combos. One of Guts' most powerful assets is the Berserker Armor, an ancient cursed suit of armor allowing the wearer to overcome their physical and mental limitations. The armor can pierce through the skin to reinforce broken bones, allowing him to continue fighting long after his body is broken. With the addition of Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees in Mortal Kombat 9 and X, Leatherface is the next logical choice. This barbaric serial killer employs multiple methods, but his signature weapon is his iconic chainsaw. The new character variations could take full advantage of this and embrace a fighting style with creative and torturous brutality. His fatalities would be particularly disturbing as he likes to take his time with each of his victims. We could even stomach the longest fatality in franchise history as he slowly peels the flesh from an opponent's face and wears it as his own. The most badass Power Ranger by far, the Green Ranger could go toe-to-toe in a deathmatch with any combatant. Starting as a villain in the series, the Green Ranger crippled the rest of the Rangers by dispatching Zordon, destroying the Rangers' command center, and infecting the robot Alpha with a computer virus. Not only is the Green Ranger a skilled hand-to-hand fighter, he also wields the Dragon Dagger, a weapon capable of shooting a giant blast of energy to vaporize foes. Most importantly, the Dragon Dagger can summon the Dragon Zord, a 200-foot robot dinosaur that would create a superb fatality. Fighting styles for the Ranger could vary, from using the Dragon Dagger, the Sword of Darkness, or one based on judo and grabs. The Green Ranger is a fan favorite, and with the recent Power Rangers fan film, the fan base is hungry for a more mature and gritty Power Rangers. In addition to copious amounts of violence, Mortal Kombat loves cyborgs and ninjas. Gray Fox from the Metal Gear franchise is one of the best examples of both. With his powered-up exoskeleton, Gray Fox has the strength and agility to go toe-to-toe with Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and the rest of the MK crew. The fact that Gray Fox is on the brink of insanity makes him even more menacing. We imagine one of his fatalities could involve pummeling someone into a bloody pulp while screaming, "Hurt me more." Ninja Master Oroku Saki has seen many deaths and reincarnations in his long history pitted against the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. While the cartoons and classic games may be aimed at a younger audience these days, there's no doubt Shredder has a dark side. Covered in spikes and armed with the lethal talent in ninjutsu, his candidacy for the tournament would probably go unchallenged. We can easily imagine Shredder armed with the weapons of the Foot Clan and a decade's worth of weaponry begging to be put to better use than hunting those accursed turtles, emerging at the top of the competition. Some of the people on this list kill for pleasure, but Dredd's just doing his job. 3 jobs in one, actually: judge, jury, and executioner. We could easily see him deeming anyone crossing into the netherworld as a being too destructive to live, and issuing justice on sight. Dredd's weapon, the Lawgiver, could alternate between different fire modes in the middle of a match, sending out heat-seeking missiles or dropping explosives for air jugglers to land on. Dredd is also an extremely large human being, capable of delivering brutal verdicts with his bare hands. The Terminator is an unstoppable killing machine and a perfect fit for Mortal Kombat. His flesh could flake off as the match progresses, slowly revealing his metallic frame. Different variations could include his signature shotgun, or even a fully revealed skeleton that focuses on massive melee damage. The final variation should no doubt be the original evil T-800, complete with 2 massive machine guns, police precinct shootout style. The possibilities for fatalities are numerous. Call Sarah Connor in for backup, or just punch your victim straight through the chest. There's no better time than now for an Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800 to duke it out against the Predator. Don't miss Mike Huber's passionate history lesson on the beat-em-up genre in the last episode of Huber Hype, and visit our reviews channel for our first glimpse at Everybody's Gone to the Rapture with Andrea Renee. We'll see you next Friday for another GT Countdown.